Hey there, boys and girls. Back with another kinetics home workout. I'm gonna run through the breakdown of our workout today and then do some quick demonstrations, offer some ideas for substitutions and ways that you can adapt these movements based on available equipment, your ability, and kind of your environment. So today we have 3 to 4 sets of our prep, which is going to be 30 seconds of a duck walk, then followed by 10 prisoner squats. After that, we have another 30-second interval of straight leg bear crawl, and then lastly, 10 reps of elbow to tall plank. All right, so let's start with the duck walk. Forgive me, I'm gonna have to take a step back here. Hopefully you can see what's going on. But our duck walk, we're just gonna get to the bottom of a squat, and the goal is to stay nice and tall and upright, and I'm stepping heel to toe, okay? I'm just gonna walk for about 30 seconds there. If you can get way down so your butt's close to the ground, great, do that. If you can't, get as close as you can. That allows you to feel kind of stable, right? If you tend to have some discomfort in your knees sometimes, being way down the bottom might feel like a little bit of pressure, a little tight. Go ahead and elevate your butt a little bit. Don't go quite as deep, but set a goal to get down there. If you're really comfortable with these, you're flexible, you can load them up, right? Holding a kettlebell in a goblet position or dumbbell or anything else really. Or you can do a set of kettlebells or dumbbells, get them in that front rack. Same idea, I'm gonna lower down and I'm gonna keep my chest upright and walk, okay? Trying to keep my hips as low as possible, stepping heel to toe. After that, we have our prisoner air squat, so interlocking our fingers behind the head. Don't fold your elbows forward. The point of this is to kind of open the chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, so trying to pry your elbows apart. Okay, fingers in the back of your head, and we're just squatting. Okay, down to the bottom of your squat, nice and controlled. Okay, these may feel a little bit more difficult, especially if you have some kind of forward rotated posture in your chest. A lot of times sitting, typing on a computer, driving, a lot of things that we do keep us relatively tight through the chest, through the front of our torso. And so having the hands back there is a little bit tough. But work with it, challenge your depth. If you need a target, use a target for your butt, okay? The third movement we have is a straight leg bear crawl. So much like it sounds, my legs are gonna remain straight. And I'm just walking. I wanna step in opposition, meaning left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot, right? So as I step with this left hand, my right foot is also stepping. Same thing on the opposite side, similar to how we would walk, right? Where our arm swings with the opposite leg that we're stepping with, okay? Working on keeping those hips up high, legs straight, okay? 30 seconds of that bear crawl. After that, we're gonna go to our elbow to tall plank movement, okay? Here, remember I'm gonna lower down to the elbows and come back up to a tall plank. I wanna alternate which arm goes down every single time. Just 10 reps, nice and controlled. Sometimes we get feedback on these about like rug burn and stuff on your elbows. One, you can try and do it on like a yoga mat or something like that so you're not rubbing your elbows on the rug. The other part is that's kind of a sign of a lack of control, right? So maybe reduce the reps a little bit. This is just the warm up, so hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. But if you find them in a sweat piece, do something to control the volume so you're not hitting your arm on the floor and kind of sliding. That's what's giving you the rug burn. But that's it for our prep section, okay? From here, we're going into our sweat. Now, today's effort, 20 minutes long, 7 to 8 RPE, so it shouldn't be maximal anytime you're completing a rep. They should be tough, right? So give yourself the rest that you need to move well in between movements, okay? And continue to kind of cycle through for 20 minutes. So first thing we have, there's 5 movements listed. There's really only 3, right? Because they're unilateral. The first one being reverse lunges with an isometric hold on the left side, okay? Then we're just gonna repeat that same thing on the right side. So our reverse lunge, I'm gonna scoot our bench out of the way here. Our reverse lunge, I'm gonna step back, okay, into that good lunge position, stepping up. I personally like to try and not put a lot of pressure on the non-working leg when I step up, just to work on a little bit of extra balance and control. We're stepping back, getting into that good 90-90, right? About 90 degrees on the front knee, 90 degrees on the bottom knee. My torso is stacked over my hips, okay, here and standing up, okay? If it helps you to put your foot down, do it. If you wanna stand and not put the foot down, that's a little variation you can throw in. The 30-second iso at the end, that is an isometric hold. So once I get to my last rep of reverse lunges, I'm gonna step back. My knee is not on the floor, okay? It's about 2 inches off, and I'm gonna just hold here for 30 seconds, okay? After which I stand up and repeat that process on the other side. 8 to 10 reps, holding for 30 seconds at the end of the last one. That 30-second hold, your knees should be about 1 inch or 2 off the ground, the back knee, okay? Torso stacked over the hip, and we're just trying to stay tight and brace through our belly. Breathe while you're there, cool? The next one, getting a little funky on you, we have archer push-ups, okay? I'm gonna show you what these are gonna look like, and then I wanna offer some substitutions for this, because it's a pretty challenging push-up movement. Basically, your hands are gonna be set wide, and you're gonna be dropping to one side. So it's gonna look like a push-up with like a kickstand, okay? And we're gonna do all the reps on one side, and then all the reps on the other, just like we did with the reverse lunge. There's a 10-second isometric hold at the bottom of these push-ups. It's pretty tough. If you can do these, and that 10 seconds, just you're not getting it, cut it down to 8 or 5, whatever is really challenging for you, but doable, right? And then we'll talk about elevating your hands and things like that as well. So I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see my hands. I'm gonna take a wide position on the floor. So as I do these, if I'm working on my right arm, I'm gonna go down to the right side and up, down and up. Okay? When I get to that last rep, I'm here and I'm holding. Okay? So hopefully you can zoom in and kind of see that. But again, my hands are wide in this position, and basically I'm lowering. If you are familiar with our lateral lunge or a Cossack squat, it's basically the same idea, but with your upper body, with your chest. Now, in terms of how to modify this, you can certainly just elevate your hands. Okay, so I have a bench over here. I can do the same thing, right? I can elevate my hands, spread them out, and now I can do my archer push-up on here, right? So bending that one arm and coming back to the other side. I'll change the angle here so you can see. So again, I'm here, boom, right? So I'm doing all my reps on one side. I'd still get to that isometric hold, and I'm here for 10 seconds. All right? If that's still not an option, that's still pretty challenging, okay? Then I want you to work on a slightly wider handstands push-up, and when you come up, we're gonna hold one side, 5 seconds, okay? Here, 5 seconds, right? So every rep that you come up, I want you to alternate sides and hold in that single arm tall plank for about 5 seconds. So instead of 3 to 5 reps per side, you're gonna do a total of 6 to 10 push-ups, alternating that hold each time, right? So there's some variation in there that you can mix in, but go ahead and give these a shot. Give them a try. They're fun, but they are challenging. So the last thing we have is 1 minute of a jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, buy a jump rope. Although I know that may not be an option right this second, but think about investing in a jump rope. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get decent ones for like $7, $10. You can get real fancy and get more expensive ones than that, but you don't necessarily need them. If you don't have one, that 1 minute of jump rope can just be a boxer shuffle. So just kind of shuffling side to side here. Boom, boom. If you want to do your best Rocky Balboa, you can do that. Okay, shuffling side to side or simulating, right, jumping rope. So I'm trying to keep my feet together, okay, rotating at the wrist, brace through my belly. I'll use my imaginary jump rope. There's also some notes in the athlete notes section about these RMT ropes. You can definitely kind of try and make these on your own, but we just ordered ours from WEC Method. It's nice that they're already done and they're kind of balanced and it's a good durable rope. There's a bunch of videos and I linked them on here as to how to get into this, but this is fun and kind of a creative tool, and you could definitely go to like a Home Depot and get some rope and make this yourself if you're crafty. So it gives you a little something to do, and can mix it up a little bit, right? It's not a regular jump rope. You're not just gonna be jumping rope with this. It has more to do with some rotation and control through the lats and creating these figure 8 patterns, and then kind of stacking on skills. So I encourage you to check it out. It's a lot of fun. Melissa and I have been doing it for a while now and enjoying it. So have some fun with this stuff, guys. Work through that 20 minutes, and then the last thing we have is our breathe section. Do not omit that, okay? We have 5 minutes today. Heel sitting position. So if I scoot our bench over, just so you can see, my toes are down. I'm sitting on my heels, okay? I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna work on that big belly breath, breathing in through my nose, holding for a moment, exhale, hold that exhale. Take these 5 minutes for yourself, okay? If you're working on a meditation practice or anything like that, by all means extend this. I often do. I'll extend it to 10 or 15 minutes instead of just the 5, and kind of get a 2-for-1, a little meditation session and some cool down, and start that restorative process for recovery from workout. All right. Good luck, guys. Have fun with this. Let us know. Comment on SugarWOD. Let us know how you did, and encourage one another to keep moving. All right.